caught red-handed. Private investigators find rotten apples among NZ Post staff stealing packages and mail. China and the West get back around the table as our Prime Minister locks in a time with President Xi Jinping. Plus,
they are upset about something that took place.
Why the All Whites walked off the field and refused to return mid-match. Atamarie, I'm Cherie Kinnear, and these are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. More than a dozen New Zealand Post staff have been caught pilfering packages. Official Information Act information reveals the postal carrier's contracted security firm Paragon NZ since 2018 to lead inquiries into mail theft. Private investigators have looked into 22 employees and allegations have been made against 15. 11 staff were fired without notice, 2 resigned, 1 received a final written warning and another is still waiting to learn their fate. New Zealand Post says the inquiries also help it understand systemic concerns which may enable this behaviour. Dramatic scenes in Auckland after multiple people were left injured in an axe attack last night. Emergency services were called to Corinthian Drive in Albany just after 9 o'clock after a person entered several businesses and struck customers. 3 people were taken to hospital with moderate to serious injuries. The offender is in police custody. China and the West are getting back around the table. Prime Minister Chris Hipkins has secured a meeting with President Xi Jinping during his week-long visit to Beijing next week.
I will be leading a 29-strong trade delegation, plus a few media, to China, where we'll be visiting Beijing, Tianjin and Shanghai.
It comes as the US and China restarted high-levels talks overnight. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken and the Chinese president have pledged to stabilise their tense relationship during a meeting in Beijing. New Zealanders are looking second-hand as the cost of living bites this winter. With cooler temperatures making it that much harder to jump out of bed in the morning, Kiwis have been looking on Trade Me for things to warm them up. Trade Me data shows there's been more than 340,000 searches for things that help heat homes, from firewood to heaters, over the past 2 weeks. Up to 15 of the top 20 trending searches were things including merino, wool, puffer jackets and thermals. The All Whites match with Qatar has ended in bizarre circumstances, with the New Zealand side refusing to return to the field after alleged racial abuse. The All Whites were leading 1-0 at half-time before the incident, which wasn't caught on camera, happened just before the break. The All Whites, after a team meeting, decided not to take to the field in the second half and the match was abandoned. And a big day for a potential verdict on the future of Mount Ruapehu. A crucial meeting is being held today in which creditors vote for one of 3 options on the table. It comes after Ruapehu alpine lifts went into voluntary administration after years of poor weather and ongoing pandemic restrictions. At least half of the creditors are required to vote in favour of one of the 3 options for it to pass. And those are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. For more news worth knowing, head to nzherald.co.nz. Kia pai te rā. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.